go out to the Dwarves. There's something you just told us.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Hal, right? Good for you. Make us spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you. The name is Slim Cauldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself. Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. Nice piece of work, that. Uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying. But I need to know what else you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know. Oh, you're multi-talented, are you? Don't get much of that in these parts. Since the guard will hang or skewer you if you get caught, it makes advancement dicey. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't like blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate or whatnot unless the other fellow really had it coming, eh? I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restrained, right? So, what are you interested in? I've got a place for you. It should be easy money for you. It'll cost 1 sovereign, though. Lady Sophie is an intimate of Al Hal. Real intimate. She's visiting the country, because that's what rich folk do when the whole bloody kingdom's in danger. Sorry, they just get me so angry. Her room in the Nord Noble Tavern is unattended. That means her valuables are just there for the taking. You got the tavern starved. What? What is it? Maker's blood. Well, right. Here's your money back. Give me another chance. I know of another opportunity. Good to see you, Warden. Fighting the good fight, eh? I have a big opportunity for you. 4 sovereigns. Al Hal uses a warehouse in the market district from time to time. Word is the Arl's been dipping into the city's treasury and discreetly moving silver bars to his estate in Highever. There's a fortune in that warehouse right now, and if you succeed here, Al Hal gets a big black eye. But guards will be everywhere, not those half-assed dock guardsmen either. Generally, I'm opposed to killing, but these are the Arl's hand-picked hatchet men, and stealth's not really an option. So, good luck. I'm rooting for you.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
We are not alone. Really not alone.
Done and done. That wasn't so bad.
Dwarven crafts. Fine.
I'm
dwarven
unable to do
crafts.
that.
Direct from Orzammar.
Warden, rumours are flying about the break-in at the Nord Noble Tavern, and for some odd reason, no one feels too sorry for that milk cow, Lady Sophie. Ha! You interested in more? I'm following up a lead in the Palace District. I know you can't get in now, but you never know. If it all works out, it'll make you a legend. Good to see you, Warden. Fight... I've got one. Should be easy pickings. 50 silver. A lady's maid is in the marketplace. She's wearing bright green. Should be easy to spot. She's got a purse with some of her mistress's ill-gotten gems. Just relieve her of her purse, and then we both come out ahead. Good luck, Warden.
Be careful with that package.
Oh, the mistress will be
It's
cross
worth
with me if
more
I'm
than I'll
late.
make in 10 years. Be careful with that package, Ulysses.
Prices keep on climbing.
It's worth
It's
more
the
than
war,
you'll
they
make
say.
in 10 years.
Prices keep on climbing. It's the war, they say.
Don't stare. I can have my father from himself.
You're back, eh? One lady's... At least that's how I'd like to imagine it happened. You want something else? I got one. Better than the last. 1 sovereign. I thought you might like this one. Sir Nancine has a fancy and expensive sword. Paid for courtesy of her oppressive taxes on her lands. She's going to be at the wonders of Thedas soon, no doubt figuring new ways to kick her peasants where it hurts. This swipe will be tougher. She's got good eyes, and stealing a sword from a scabbard isn't easy. If you can blend in shadows, that might help. Good hunting to you, Warden.
Magic exists to serve man and
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great.
and turned it against his children.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find
You're back, eh? No luck yet, eh? Keep trying. Right you are.
All men on the word of
The irregulars thank you.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
You are good to your troops, Warden.
Do you remember our discussion? I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right. Despite what Marjolaine says, I am not like her. I know that now. I've found peace in knowing the Maker, and nothing will change that. I followed you to make the world a better place, and as long as I keep that in mind, I will not fall. Sometimes, it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves. I'm glad I left Lothering in your company. You have proven a true friend, and I thank the Maker for you. You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen. I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her. Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Yes. I am hardly surprised. Very well. As you...
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. Did anyone mention this wasn't my idea? I think she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it. Really? Whatever would give you that idea? Well, it's nice that you think so. What do you think I should do? Go ahead and be king, just to let it happen? I suppose I could always flip a coin. Got one handy. It's just that everything I've heard about Queen Anora is that she's the one who really ruled here, not Kaelin. She's smart, tough, determined. Well, I feel a bit like Kaelin's substitute. I think I'll be better off against the Darkspawn. All right, Alistair, enough whining. Thank you, Alistair. That's excellent advice. I'll do my best. About the whining? I know. Someone really needs to slap that one around.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. There's been another battle. A bunch of Benorn met Loghain at Lacus Valley, and from the sound of it, the Benorn outnumbered them. Tierran Loghain is a force to be reckoned with, though. Just ask the Orlesians. I hear the Benorn were routed. It's a convincing victory for the throne. I wonder if that will settle the issue now. Somehow I have my doubts. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I'm sure you... You and your friends are formidable. I'm...
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old? It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago. The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums and stood before the armies of men. The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden. What's on your mind? It is no...
Pull up a drink, Warden. Join me in my sodding hole. Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something? What about? It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Oh, who'd have thought? Ale made with grain. Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy.
What say you? I suppose the crows are already furious, yes? What harm is another tweak to their nose? If you wish to be trained in the basics of an assassin, I can certainly show you. Or anyone else who is also a rogue. It shall be fun. I will make it fun, I promise. What say you?
Yes.
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 You have fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Don't stare at me, Joe. I can have my father send you south to fight Darkspawn. It's so nice to be in civilization. You can't buy Orlesian silks anywhere in Southreach.
Dwarven craft. Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven craft. Direct from Orzammar.
It is. Or perhaps you tire of the smells of the city and would buy my Orlesian oils? I am from. This Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my What a fine wool, but I like the people.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods. Something I can help with? Denerim, she's Ferelden's heart. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to my... Which one? It will come to you soon, I'm sure. Excuse me, the Lady Queen has summoned me to see to her unmentionables. Well, not much. Just, may I air that for you, my lady? She's brought a maid of her own to wait on her. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen
I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear Howe's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city. I wondered what Howe did with them. Yes, these are my records. Names of the dead I recognized at Ostergar. What was left of Duncan's recruitment records. Some encrypted copies of the joining ritual that I retrieved from our Denerim vault. Those at least ought to have stayed private. It's located just off the Market District in the northern alley past the Nord Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries, for the defense of Denerim. Good luck to you then. We will have to talk again when the Landsmeet is more settled.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, there you are. I was about to send out a search party. I've been hearing of a great commotion in the alienage. What exactly happened there? Make her forgive me. I should be appalled that such a thing could exist here. But I'm overjoyed you can implicate Loghain. We must end the civil war quickly. What the Blight does not corrupt in this land, politics surely will. The last of our allies have arrived in the city. We cannot delay any longer. I will call for the Landsmeet to convene. Bring Alistair and join me at the palace as soon as you are ready, Warden.
I hope Eamon doesn't expect me to give a speech. Make it. Probably does.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Eamon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings. Ah! Here we have the puppeteer. Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? Where is the famous steadfastness of the dwarves? How much did it cost the Empress to buy your loyalty?
Some of us are curious, Loghain, about precisely what happened at Ostagar.
So, one of Kaelin's killers would dare speak of betrayal. You led our king to his death, with your grandiose tales of griffins flying into battle.
Do tell, Dwarf. The whole Landsmeet has been quite frantic to hear a tactical analysis of Ostagar delivered by a clown.
You goaded him into making that charge. He believed the tales, Warden. He thought your handful of men would turn the tide for him. Strategy and consequences be hanged. What would you have me do? Kalen's was not the only life in my hands. Should I have sacrificed the entire army for his mistake? Do not imagine that you can shame me with Kalen's death. He was Marik's son, my king. No one regrets his loss more than I do.
Indeed. Do we not owe it to Merrick to see his son on the throne?
If he were a true son of Merrick, I would not hesitate to swear fealty to him. But I see nothing of Merrick in this pup. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter? You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. This warden has slandered and defamed Ferelden's greatest hero in a bid to put an impostor on Merrick's throne. My father will always do what must be done for Ferelden, and it is clear to me now that you will not.
Who here can say that Anora is not fit to rule this land? And who can say that this Alistair is? We know nothing of him, save that he may have royal blood. For 5 years, Anora has been queen, and proven herself worthy of the Theron name. She can lead our people through this crisis, and I can lead her armies. My lords and ladies, our land has been threatened before. It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden!
Western Hills is with you, Loghain. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I'm with Loghain. Who else could defeat the Blight? Loghain, I'm with you.
This bodes ill for us all.
The Landsmeet has spoken. Following these Grey Wardens has cost us our king. We must not allow it to cost us our country. I charge Eamon, Alistair, and this warden with treason. Take these traitors outside to await execution.
To arms! We will not be taken without a fight! Enemies
for Ferelden!
Maker's name, stop! We will have order.
Agreed. Let there be no further bloodshed in the Landsmeet.
Alistair's right to the throne is challenged. His challenger's honor is in doubt. In the past, such disputes were settled by duel. Will the Landsmeet agree?
Yes, if it will avoid further bloodshed. But it must be fought according to tradition, by strength of arms only, in single combat until one party yields. Do you accept the terms?
You know, I could have said that.
Then let us test the mettle of our would-be king. Prepare yourself.
On it, as you wish. Very well. Off I go. On it. Off I go. As you wish. Very well.
Hey! Watch it!
Done. All right. On it. As you wish. As you wish. Off I go.
Excellent.
All right. On it. Done. As you wish.
For the honor of Ferelden!
Right. And back!
So, there is some of Marek in you after all. Good.
Forget Marek. This is for Duncan.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
Wait, what? No! When did this get decided? Nobody's decided that. Have they?
He refuses the throne. Everyone here has heard him. I think it's clear then. He abdicates in favor of me.
I hardly think you're the appropriate person to mediate this, Honora. Warden, will you help us?
Strange. I feel like I'm back at the Abbey, trying not to get chosen last for the sparring teams. You're asking me? Well, I guess your options are give the crown to the woman who double-crossed us, or give the crown to me. Thrilling, I know. Frankly, I think you should give her the throne. I've never wanted it. But it's up to you. Are there people who are ready for that sort of thing? But I guess if it comes down to it, I'll do my best. Oh, I think my stomach just twisted up in a knot or something.
As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision? Who will lead Ferelden?
This is where I wake up, usually. Or everyone points and laughs because I have no clothes on.
Honora, the Landsmeet has decided against you. You must now swear fealty to our king,
and relinquish all claim to the throne for yourself and your heirs.
If you think I will swear that oath, Eamon, you know nothing of me. Reason clearly had nothing to do with your choice, Warden.
We cannot leave Ferelden in a state of civil war. We must have unity. If she will not swear fealty to you, Alistair, and renounce her claim to the throne, she is a threat to us all.
What do you want me to do exactly? Kill her? I can't do that. I guess... put her in the tower for now. Lock her up. Maybe we can find somewhere to send her. Later.
Thank you, Alistair. You show me mercy that I would not have shown you.
Very well, then. Guards, take her away. Your Highness, would you address the landsmeet?
Oh, that would be me, right? I never knew him, but from all I've heard of my father, what defined him was his commitment to protecting this land. Everyone, get ready to march! It's going to take all of Ferelden's strength to survive this blight. But we will face it, and we'll defeat it! We'd better get going. Ferelden is depending on us. You made me king. After all this is over with, they're actually going to put me on the throne. I'm going to be the king. Speechless. I'm furious. How could you do this to me? I've done nothing but regret my blood since the day I was born. I don't want this. I never wanted this. I hate the very idea of it. I knew that Arleman wanted this for me, but I never did. I thought for sure that there would be a way out of it. But then you went and put me on the throne yourself. Why? And what I want doesn't factor in anywhere, does it? Funny how it always works out like that. I've just never thought of myself as a leader. I'm going to make a terrible king, you have to know that. How can I make decisions that are going to affect the lives of everyone in the kingdom? I guess I don't really have a choice in this now, do I? I'll do my best, of course, and I expect that you'll be there to help me, right? Good. Then it's settled. Arleman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves. The blight awaits, right?
How many times I gotta tell you before it makes it through that pointy skull? Fan holes at night or the stew don't cook.
Yes.
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 It's you! The Grey Warden! Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me. Just a few hours ago, not that long after everyone was evacuated to the castle, I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
This should be easy enough. Let's get started. Right. This should be easy enough. This should be easy enough. Let's get started. This should be get started. Cursed creatures! This should be easy enough. Let's make this quick, shall we? This should be easy enough. Let's get started. Wish. Right. This should be easy enough. Wish. Let's get started. Right. Die! Cursed creatures! This should be easy. Right. On it. Let's get started. Right. Let's get started. On it. This should be easy enough. Right. On it. On it. On it. Right. As you wish. Let's get started. On it. The shield is on it.
I stand ready.
Alistair here.
Darkspawn approach! Watch for their blood! Right. You wish. Let's get started.
What's on your mind? It is no...
Something on your mind?
Cursed creatures! That was a fun! You can defend on it. Desperation is an ugly virtue.
My lord, you're here. Thank goodness. Some did, yes, but we were able to close the gates and kill the ones in the courtyard. I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden. Your comrade Riordan arrived just ahead of the Darkspawn attack. He has urgent news for you. I should take you to the hall right away, my lord. They'll be waiting for you there.
It's a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. Or should I say your majesty?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not yet, anyway.
The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
What? Are we sure about that? I mean, if that's true...
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Word has been sent that they need more than warning. They need our armies.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us. But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
Perhaps not. But what is important is that we know where the Archdemon will be. If we do not defeat the Archdemon, it will not matter if Denerim is saved or the Horde defeated. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army we've collected here gives us the chance we need. Al-Eamon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready. I won't let all those people die without giving them a chance.
To reach the Archdemon, we need to break through the Horde. To do that, we need the army. I see no other way.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Then if you and Alistair could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men or haven't they?
That's stalling, which is as good as a no. House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. Didn't realize you were still up and about. Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
It is strange to be so far from the forest that created me, Grey Warden. Here I do not feel the ebb and flow of the trees and the earth. It is silent. And yet in that silence I feel the battle that is to come. We are approaching a great and terrible force, these Darkspawn. They are a force of nature themselves, like locusts descending upon the field. And there is one amongst them, a mighty dragon who flies at the center of this horde. It is he that you seek, yes, like an arrow flying towards its target. That is the one. He knows you come, Grey Warden. He bellows his challenge at you even now, daring you to approach, daring all of us. I can think of this no further. I do not wish to hear its roar in my heart, lest my courage waver. I am sorry.
something I can help with? Redcliffe? I know little of it except that it is the domain of the Earl of Redcliffe. Redcliffe? I wonder how the name came to be. Is the clay here red? There are places in this world where the clay is a bright, strange red, and often, in the legends of such places, it is the red of blood. The blood of 1,000 men slaughtered in battle, or that of an innocent, unjustly slain. It stains the land that it may never be forgotten. Perhaps Redcliffe has one such tale. But I do not know it.
What you need? Aye.
It speaks.
Yes. As you...
What's on your mind? It is...
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask. I'm sure...
It is done.
There you are. Let's go see what Riordan.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
You mean there's more to it than just, say, chopping off its head?
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn? That is exactly what it involves. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. The Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning... The Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way. It warms my heart to see such courage. But do not hurry so to sacrifice your life. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I. I snuck past the guards, but I have announced myself to you. I wish us to speak. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night. Anything to do with magic stirs one's fear, especially amongst those who do not understand it. What I speak of is old magic, a ritual from a time long before the Circle of Magi was ever created. Some would call it blood magic, but I think that means little to one like you. Perhaps, but that price need not be so unbearable. Especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more. What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Think about what I offer you. The chance to avoid death. Or better yet, the chance to slay the Archdemon and live as a hero. No Grey Warden has ever done this. In return, I conceive a child. One who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish. As you wish. Ignoring that after but one night it could barely be called a child, no, it will not be hurt. It will be changed. Allow me to say that what I seek is the essence of the old god that once was, and not the dark forces that corrupted it. Some things are worth preserving in this world. Make of that what you will. No, you never will. This is all I ask in return for freeing you from the burden the Grey Wardens have placed upon you. I do not wish to tell you. The child will represent freedom.
For an ancient power, a chance to be reborn apart from the taint. Is that not reason enough to do it? I will raise the child apart from the rest of society and teach it to respect that from which it came. Beyond that, you need know nothing else. Then you have decided? This is what my mother intended when she sent me with you. She was the one who first gave me this ritual and told me of what I was meant to do. This does not surprise you, does it? Did you not wonder why Flemeth saved your life? Why she aided you? This is why. What is important is that I am offering this to you now. It will work, and it will save your life. Consider the possibility that Riordan may not be there to make the final blow as he plans. What then? Do you run away? Do you let Alistair, the future king of Ferelden, take the blow instead? And what if he does not make it to the Archdemon either? Would you truly choose death rather than lay with me for one night? Would you deny yourself the tomorrows and all its rewards? A wise decision. Come to me then, and we shall make this last night together something to remember.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The man you see beside me is a dwarf. Raised to the ranks of the Grey Wardens, this is not his home. And yet still he fights with honor and passion. He has survived despite the odds. And without him, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden, for the Grey Wardens!
Darkspawn. Destroy the fiends! Let's get started. Right. Wish. On it. Let's get started. Mission. Right. On it. Mission. Right. Excellent. You've never had a chance.
Oh, this should be good.
Darkspawn. Destroy the fiends. Mission. Wish.
Call for Reldin.
Let's get started. Right. Mission. On it. Let's get
You have something to say, do you? There is much to be done, and quickly. Do not waste your time on me.
Cursed creatures! Let's get started. Right. On it. Let's get started.
Press forward! Press forward!
Right. You wish. On it. Let's get started.
Press forward!
You have something to say, do you? I see. Let me talk then, and you shall listen. I shall be brief. What was done had to be done. I regret it not. Let us not complicate matters further. I did. But let us not forget that you got something out of this as well. Your life. If you wish to spend that life being resentful of me, by all means. But it lasts only so long as the child inside me does. Now let us finish this and be done.
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3 to 1.
What are we to do now, Riordan? You have a plan, I assume?
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails. We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you. Neither of them are near Fort Draken currently, but there are too many Darkspawn here to tell you more. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Yes.
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 Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Fine. Let's just move into the blasted main event already.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
So this is it then. All that we've been through has led up to this. Whatever happens now, to either of us, know that I am proud, infinitely proud, to have called you friend. Onward then, and may the Maker smile fortune upon us.
Well, this is it, Warden. When from the blood of battle the stone is fed, let the heroes prevail and the blighters lie dead. As one of the blighters, I sodding salute you. Let's show them our hearts, and then show them theirs.
So the Archdemon is next, is it? I would not have thought I would say this, but I am glad I am going with it. Perhaps we're not completely doomed. I suppose it does mean it will have something to hide behind when the dragon breathes its flames, yes. Let us try to get through this without my being rendered into so many pulverized pebbles, yes? Or eaten by the dragon. It might give passing a stone all new meaning, but I don't want to be there for it. Oh well, enough talking. There is a burning city to invade, or something.
Are you ready? We have reached the battlefield at last. The Arishok asked, "What is the Blight?" I stand here looking into its eyes, and still I have no answer for him. But perhaps you do. You have carried us this far. Do not doubt that.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. I wish I could go with you. Be safe, friend, and may the Maker smile fortune on you.
Heading off to slay dragons without me, hmm? Fine, fine. Say hello to the Archdemon for me. He never writes anymore. It's rather distressing. And do watch your back. No getting eaten, unless you think it's really important, of course.
After all that, I will not be going with you. I would still see this to the end, but so be it. Let us part ways now. You go your way, to your destiny, and I go my way, to mine. I would not suggest it, but your path will ever be your own. This should have been so much easier. I should have known better. Go, slay your Archdemon. Live gloriously, my friend.
Before we head after the Archdemon, I want to say something. I know Morrigan's... what she did is supposed to save us, but who knows if she can be trusted? Or if we'll even survive long enough to take that final blow. So I just want you to know that it's been an honor fighting by your side. Let's find this Archdemon then, and kick its ass. I hope most of the people were able to flee in the ships before the war.
You have something to say, do you? Then let us get back to more important matters.
those godless bastards! We're counting on you, Warden!
Make her watch over you!
This should be easy enough. Here's a wish. Let's get started. Darkspawn. Destroy the field! Let's get started. No quarter! As you wish. This should be As you wish. Let's get started. Right. Let's get started. As you wish. On it. Let's get started. You had it coming!
You! It's you! The Maker sure gave you the gift of good timing, didn't he? There's a large group of Darkspawn approaching and the gates won't hold. We need your help. All right. I only hope there is time to...
They're breaking through!
Run! All of you! Run for your lives!
Right. Desperation is an ugly word. Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? On it. Wish.
Here I am.
Beware! A large group of Darkspawn have broken away from the battle! They're charging this way! They'll be here any minute! In the memory of King Caleb!
As you like. I shall. Right away. Make a preserver! Push them back! Watch out. There's Darkspawn over there.
They're going to break through.
On my way. It's done. As you like. Right away. On my way. I shall. Watch out. There's Darkspawn over there. As you like. Right away. Walk me and you shall pay. On my way.
going to break through. They're going to break through.
What would you like?
Don't look now! Dark side!
Make us breath! Good to go!
Darkspawn, straight ahead. Make it be praised!
Darkspawn, slay them all!
Right away.
You're no match for my blade!
I shall. We have done well!
Here they come! Put you out of your misery!
They're almost on top of us.
They're going to break through!
They're going to break through.
Darkspawn, slay them all!
You're no match for my blade!
Here! They're going to break through. They're going to break through.
Shall I send word that the gates are secured? Right away.
Dwarf, destroy the fiend! Let's get started. Let's make this quick, shall we? As you wish.
How many of these things must we wade through? One more crush for my amusement. Fine, all right. Just don't order me. All right. I shall do it. Just don't order me.
Cursed creatures! Right. Trap! Cursed creatures! Right. Let's get started. Let's get started. it started. This should be easy enough. Trap!
Not like death much?
That wasn't so bad. Done and done.
Enchantment?
Task complete. On to the next. That wasn't so bad. Watch for their blood! You had it coming! I'm unable to do that. Trap! Trap! Trap!
Careful.
On it. Time for some fun! Done and done. Finish. It is done. Task complete. On to the next.
Enough.
get started. On it. Let's get started. Push. Right. Push. Let's get started. On it.
And then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the Blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king. Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation. The one who led the final charge against the Archdemon remains with us still, an inspiration to all he saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the hero of Ferelden, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. My friend, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon that you might request of Ferelden's king? If it is within my power, I will grant it. Then I hereby appoint you Chancellor to serve as my advisor in the years to come. Maker knows I'll need it. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arl Howe, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? I assume that, as Chancellor, you'll be remaining here indefinitely. Well, I didn't want to come right out and say it, but I'm relieved you're being nearby. There's a group of Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you're ready. So, we made it. I'm impressed, aren't you? The odds were completely against one of us actually getting to the Archdemon. But of course you would make it. I knew you would. I just don't understand how you're still alive. I guess Riordan was wrong? I had no idea. I suppose that makes sense. Speaking of Morrigan, do you know where she went? I'm told she vanished right after the battle. No goodbyes or anything. Very dramatic. I don't imagine she'd be easy to find if she didn't want to be. At any rate, I can see Arleman giving me that look. More king stuff, I suppose. I can never wait. And if I don't get the chance some other time, thanks. For everything. I know, but I'm king now. And that means things will change. I guess we'll see. I'll let you get to your adoring public. They want to see the hero of Ferelden, and who am I to keep them waiting?
Ah, glorious! You've really showed these humans something. Took down the Blight practically single-handed. I'm not just here to witness the whole human spectacle, however. The Assembly contacted me with a message for you. I guess they figured once a manservant, always a manservant. Ah, I don't mind. Thing is, we've both been given leave to return to Orzammar. Seems Harrowmont is mighty grateful. He's declared you the heir to House Iduken. Full rights restored for us both. Not only that, but the Assembly is considering naming you a Paragon. A Paragon in our time. Not a bad change from an exiled murderer, no? Congratulations, my friend. You think you might head back home? To put House Iduken in order, if nothing else. Well, I hope you manage it. I'll be happy to take up my old position, if you'll have me. At any rate, I'll let the humans get back to their dwarf worship. Still makes me smile to hear them talk.
So here we are. The conquering hero has won the day, and now he takes his bow and exits the stage. A fine ending. And my part was small. I'm happy to watch you receive the accolades. It's quite fun. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. The Maker sent me to help you, and look what you did. It's a miracle. It truly is. I've been asked by the Chantry to return to the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I need to make sure it's protected. Maybe pilgrims can even begin going there again. Oh no, you have your own things to keep you busy, I'm sure. It will be a grand adventure of my very own. I'm looking forward to it. At any rate, you should get back to the celebration. We can speak another time.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you. Eventually, with Taliesin dead, it may take them time to figure out what has happened, but they are like the tides, predictable. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on remaining here. Is that true? And if I said I was thinking of moving on, seeing the sights, meeting new people and killing a few? Then let the crows bring it on. I can mock them while you crush their skulls. Well then, since I am sticking around, I suppose we'll have plenty of time to speak later, yes? So go on and get paraded about. It's fun to watch. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually good. Orzammar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure. For now. They may have already branded me a surfacer back home anyhow. Well, that pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong. Maybe. Swing around in a few months or so. And if I'm sober by then, I'll let you know. It's been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
They call you hero. I have not heard it used before, but I think I understand the intent. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud. Of course you would say that. What the human custom has in common with our own is that the declaration of a Kunoran Vel is a cause for much celebration. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness. It is interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you. But the Blight is done. I have an answer for the Arishok that no longer requires the question. It must be said, you gave me the chance to redeem my honor, and now it is done. I owe you a debt. It has. That one of the Baz, a foreigner, would become known as Kadan to me. Unthinkable. Yet here it is. Perhaps we shall meet again. Should it be in battle, I will not seek you out. Panahidan, Warden.
The hero of Ferelden. My. How does it feel? Alistair's idea, I understand. Which should explain much. But it's not so bad, is it? A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better? I don't think many heroes ever do. I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame. Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first enchanter, but I don't wish to go back. Not after all this. Instead, I've decided to accept a position here at court. There's not been a mage advising the throne for a very long time. It's true, I may not have very much time, but perhaps there is a great deal of good I can do even so. I will try. It seems you and I will see each other in court as well. I look forward to it. For now, I imagine the hero of Ferelden still has much to do. Good luck.
It is over. I can barely believe it. You stopped the Civil War and then defeated the Blight. On behalf of Ferelden, allow me to say thank you. It truly cannot be said enough. It's good that you're staying here in the capital. The hero of Ferelden will have influence, and there is much to be done. Myself, I will be returning to Redcliffe. There is much to rebuild there, and since you are to be Chancellor, there is no need for me to remain. Connor seems well enough, but Isolde, she does not wish to go back. I may yet leave the land to Tegan, in fact. I cannot thank you enough for saving them. They are the joy of my existence. Tell me, have you noticed anything strange about the lad? He seems quiet. The way he looks at me at times, it's as if... No, that cannot be. It is my imagination. But here I am rambling on. I shall let you get back to your celebration, Warden. Enjoy it while you can.
Are you ready, my lord? The crowds outside are getting restless. Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.